Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again, and for the first time since I believe last Thursday, we are live with some NASCAR 06 action, and it is a doubleheader tonight for the Craftsman Truck Series, races 5 and 6 of 25 on our season schedule, trying to get Ron Hornaday, at least at this time, his third career championship, which in return, by the end of his career, would give him a grand total of 5 Truck Series championships. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we are about to get into this set of races here tonight. The Cheese Wheel, 100. The Cheese Wheel 100 at the Old Spice Speedway will be the first race of the night. Just 66 laps on this mile-and-a-half road course. It is not going to be a very long race, but then that's going to lead into the next 50% race immediately following this one on the same stream. You won't have to go anywhere. These will be the second and third out of 4 50% races on the Truck Series season. We've had 4 different winners in the first 4 races of the year. We just got Ron Hornaday his first win of the season in the last race at Martinsville, and he's finished second and first in each of the last 2 races, with that runner-up finish coming at Atlanta. He led 41 laps in that race out of 130, but out of the 250 laps at 125, because that was a 50% race also. Out of the 125 laps at Martinsville, he only led 3 late in the race when he battled Bobby Hamilton to the victory in that one. So we'll see if Hornaday can get it done today. One other thing that I want to mention here at the start of this stream, virtue of the Truck Series portion of NASCAR 06. So I was looking at the all-time wins list in the Truck Series, and I knew Ron Hornaday was in second, but I wasn't sure how many wins Kyle Busch had now and how many more we would have to get throughout this season to actually put Ron Hornaday on the first all-time for the wins list. Now, I know, obviously, Kyle Busch barely won any truck races as of the 2005 season compared to what he has now, but I figured, in retrospect, okay, we know how many Hornaday would go on to win in his career. With us getting him one here at Martinsville today, well, I guess I'd have to... Hang on. Give me a second. Let me look up Ron Hornaday racing reference, because I didn't even think about what he actually had in the 2005 season. Alright, let's see here. Hornaday, Truck Series, 2005. He only had 1 win. Okay, so 1 win in 2005. He did run the full schedule, and he finished 4th in points. So, if we can win 12 races this season with Ron Hornaday, then that would put Ron Hornaday above Kyle Busch on the all-time Truck Series win list. So that is a pretty sturdy hill to climb if you think about it, considering my luck with this game, it seems like, especially on the intermediate tracks. And the fact that we only have 1 win in the first 4 races means we'd have to win 11 of the last 21 if we're going to break the all-time wins record with Hornaday over Kyle Busch. So it's possible. I don't know that it'll necessarily happen. I feel like NASCAR 05, that would still be tough, but I'd have a lot more confidence in than this one. Qualified 7th for the first race of the doubleheader today, and then we'll be starting from the rear of the field in the second race of the doubleheader, so that'll be interesting. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Again, welcome back. I just got home yesterday from St. Louis, and ready to go, ready to give you guys this live stream. First time in, I think since Saturday, I've even had a live stream, and the first time since, I guess, Friday would have been the last NASCAR 06 live stream. So I'm ready. Joel Flork, Isaiah Z, Derek Booth, and others, welcome to the stream. Let's get race 1 of the doubleheader underway. And the Cheese Wheel 100 from the Old Spice Speedway. Green flag going to be in the air. One of Hornaday's teammates and one of the KHI trucks going to start out in front. The 120 will be the driver on the pole, as the green flag is waving already at the Old Spice Speedway. Turn 1 was the treacherous corner in practice for Hornaday. One truck goes off into the grass. That was the 133 up ahead in turn 1. He's able to regather back on the track. I think he might lose 1 spot because of it. And now Hornaday making a move down to the apron in turn number 3, and he's going to get right back to where he qualified in 7th. That was his best corner on the racetrack, is where he picked up the most time on the tracker in qualifying. He was 11th on lap 1, picked up the pace a little bit to 7th on lap 2. So we'll see what kind of a race truck he's going to have in this one as well. Looking to the outside right now. I don't know if that's going to be the move. A little bit of contact is nearly spun both himself and the 117 truck who he made contact with off the exit of turn number 8, that final corner. Luckily, both drivers were able to keep control, and we continue to stay green. First road course race on NASCAR 06 is going to be our Truck Series race at Old Spice Speedway today. An arrival right in front of Hornaday. The 18 of Chase Montgomery just got held up by the 133 truck just a bit more. Hornaday looking to make a pass. Oh, contact in turn 7. That's going to be one way to get around his rival. He may hit him back. And Hornaday better be ready for it. The Hornaday drives in so good into turn 8 and actually makes another pass for position. And the 133 team orders are going to allow Hornaday to get by him in turn 1 on the inside, and that'll be a pass for 4th. So Hornaday on the move early. A lot of fantasy trucks in the top 10 after qualifying. That's nice to hear, Derek. No, you mentioned, man, I think it was Saturday, or whenever you mentioned last in the chat that you said you were looking for somewhere. Little undercut in turn 3 for Hornaday. Slid into the corner. Oh, and he nearly cleans out the truck in second place, and we have a caution for the first time today. Hornaday just turned the truck in second place, and he ended up overcorrecting it and hit the guardrail on the outside of turn 3. So that's going to be our first caution of the race. Only took about 4 laps. Hornaday a little too aggressive, trying to get both spots for position in the safe corner. Should have just held on to 3rd. One should have been good enough. So again, caution in the early going. Not sure how this is going to set the fuel strategy. I'm not sure if this is going to be a 1 or a 2 stop race with the accelerated fuel consumption. And tire wear consumption. Patrick Shadley, welcome to the stream. High demand at work means lots of overtime. Well, hopefully you can get yourself through it. It can be a little strenuous. Oh, the Indy 500 was awesome. Highly. Oh, and we have another yellow. Oh, big wreck off of turn 1. I was gonna say I saw the truck in 3rd go wide. I don't know who that is. It was the 82. And then he came back across traffic in turn 2 and ended up in the outside wall there, collecting a couple other race trucks as well. So our second caution of the race now. Cautions maybe breeding cautions all of a sudden. So the 82 truck overruns turn 1, got into the wall, into the grass, and came back across traffic in turn 2 and spun himself off of a couple other race trucks. Braden Thompson, welcome to the stream also. But yeah, there's a very good chance of going back to the Indy 500 next year. Definitely going back to the Daytona 500, but pretty good chance I'll be going back to the Indy 500 as well. Green flag back in the air, lap 66. All these cautions in the early going to allow drivers to be able to save a little bit of fuel, I'd have to assume. And now the 3rd place truck going to go wide off into the grass again. Nearly into the grass. I think he was just able to keep it on the racetrack. And Hornaday's got a shot at the lead on his teammate in the 120. He's going to be clear off of turn 3. Hornaday out in front at Old Spice Speedway. And he's just going to get his teammate to follow him for right now. So Hornaday will stay out in front with the team orders in play. And the 120 is not going to be looking to pass Ron Hornaday, at least right now. In fact, he may actually lose 2nd place anyway. And I believe he did. And the truck who had spun out into the guardrail in turn 3, bringing out the first caution of the race back on lap 4. Predicting overtime at Sonoma, and you're picking Chastain to win. Oh my goodness. I looked at the chat at the wrong time there. I don't know how I kept it off the wall, but I did. Scrubbed a little bit of time off in what is Hornaday's best corner. And the 120 going to make the pass for second. Got him back. He drove it in really deep to get that spot back. Hopefully the team order is still in play. Even though he lost a spot a little bit ago. I don't think anybody's pitted during the first two cautions of the race, which tells me we're likely not within the field window to make it to the end. You don't want to be the last one to pit today with it being a road course, because you know that the field is likely going to stay on the lead lap, or at least if you're in the front half of the field, you're going to remain on the lead lap during a green flag stop, so short pitting could actually be a really good strategy call in case we do get a late yellow to cycle you back out in front before everybody cycles through the pit stops. Oh, you're going to Nashville. Nice. For the NASCAR race, I'd assume. Oh, and Hornaday overdrives turn one, and he is going to lose the lead to his teammate. That was the trouble corner for Hornaday in practice, and he made a big mistake that time. Trying to get back around his teammate. He's going to race him cleanly. Of course, you always want to race your teammate cleanly. And he will make the pass. Oh, maybe not yet. Oh, big block. All right, maybe they won't race clean. Hornaday was clear, though. 120 going to try the outside. Into turn number 8, not going to work. And we'll see what Kevin Harvick's up to in the early going of the race, lap 16. Not sure how far back. Wow, he is pretty deep in the field. So Harvick did not qualify well. He is back in the 28th position right now. Going to try to get him up in the running order just a little bit more over the next couple laps as we take our first of 2 field passes in race 1 of the doubleheader. Harvick's the only one of his own race trucks, team-wise, out of the 4 that are not in the top 10. 2 of them are running 1-2 at the front of the field. Big set of corners for Harvick. Gonna pick AJ. Is he racing this weekend? I would assume he probably is. Xfinity Series is off. Oh, contact! And turn 2. A little side by side. Gonna work in that corner. At least that time for Harvick. More contact off the exit of turn 3 as well. Gained about 6 spots. Looking for another. Gonna outbrake one race truck. And a little bump and run on another. Oh man, and then a door slam on Deborah Renshaw. And now we'll go up to the 133 truck a little bit further up ahead of the field. He is in 4th. And the 120 truck is losing time as of right now as well. So he is now back outside the top 5. Toxic Punk Young Boy, welcome to the stream. Michael Turner, welcome into this chat. I'm trying to read your guys' comments. I'm having a hard time on this track. And trying to read them. Going to the Glen this year, awesome, man. It's a fun track. Very, very beautiful part of the country, really, too. I didn't realize how that track, you know, was going to look. That was the first road course race I'd ever been to, and it's still the coolest looking road course just with the way the layout is. Of any of them that I've been to, at least. I haven't been to all of them yet, but just the way it's built in the mountains like that with all the trees and the wilderness. Like, there's a lot of trees and stuff at Road America, but it's mainly flat except for that big hill on the main straightaway. Pressure behind this 133 car. He's up to the third place position. We'll go back to the 120, and we'll try to get him a little further in the running order. He's back inside the top 5. He just made a pass for position. LGBT NASCAR fan, welcome to the stream. The 133 is back under pressure again, though, from the truck in front of him. Contact in turn 3. It's the 82. He was involved in caution number 2. A little bump and run to get around the 133 truck, and here comes the 120. Big momentum on his teammate, the 133. Looking to make a pass. And it looks like he will. 120 qualified on the pole. He led laps early. Good chance we'll be able to get him back up to 3rd. Black Superman, welcome to the stream. Oh man, that was a terrible undercut in turn 2. Can't miss a corner any more than that. I did that in turn 1 in practice a few times. I didn't do that in turn 2 at all till just now. Luckily it wasn't with Craftsman though. Of course we continue to stay green. Never mind, I guess the 120 truck's going to stay right in the 4th place position. The 133 and the 120 start to fade a little bit from their qualifying efforts. Hopefully, Craftsman isn't going to fade at all, and he could have a little bit better of a long-run race truck. It does seem like he's pulling away right now, about a 2.4 second lead on lap 22 as we're about a third of the way home. Craig Franklin, welcome to the stream. Isn't Juneteenth... So is that like... I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I think the actual day itself, isn't it on the 19th? Isn't that the actual holiday? Because I know as far as like, month-wise, I know it's Pride Month. I believe it is at least. Sorry if I'm wrong on that, but I think it's Pride Month, but then... I want to say Juneteenth is June 19th. Which actually, I know it falls on the same day as Father's Day this year, but I don't know exactly what day of the month that is. Because I remember seeing on the calendar a while back that it fell on the same day this year. "20 people watch right now, though. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Only 10 likes. Be sure to smash that like button. We are back and better than ever again here for NASCAR 06, and we'll be live streaming for a long time. The next race I go to in person isn't until July, and it's not a NASCAR race. It'll actually be an IndyCar race at Mid-Ohio. So next few weeks we will be live streaming. Obviously next week NASCAR is off after Sonoma this week, but live commentary for the Cup Series will return this weekend with live commentary of the Sonoma race. Good chance I'll be doing live commentary for the truck race on Saturday night at Sonoma as well. So I'll be doing both races for you guys this weekend. And I believe the trucks are at Knoxville next week, so good chance I'll be able to commentate that one. A couple of Saturday night races for the Truck Series back-to-back weeks, so it'll work with my work schedule. I'll be able to give you guys the commentary for both those races. Pride Day is June 28th, but it is Pride Month though, right? I think I'm right on that. Yep, this is Hornaday. The 19th, okay, I was right on that. First NFL game, and it's the 19th. You talk about like when the season starts up? Or you talk about like a mini camp game this month? Browns versus Falcons. Live an hour and a half away from Cleveland. I've never been to a Browns game. I wanted to see the Packers play them a couple years ago when they were in Cleveland. Last year when they played each other, they were in Green Bay. Slim Jimmy, welcome to the stream. I don't think I don't think that's true, Slim Jimmy. I feel like I would have saw that. HIV positive. Is that a South Park reference? I think I've seen that episode before. Stop being so HIV negative, Kyle. Atlanta or Jacksonville? I wouldn't want to see a Jaguars game anytime soon. I don't know if they're... Well, I mean, it'd be cool to see Trevor Lawrence play, I guess, but... I mean, outside of that, I don't know what that team has to look forward to. Sorry for any Jaguar fans out there. Maybe their new coach... I'm sure any coach they get will be better than Urban Meyer last year. Both on the field and off the field. So about halfway on fuel for Hornaday, lap 28, so it's going to be a one-stop race today. And the window will likely open up not too far past the halfway point, about 5 laps shy of the halfway mark, so about 10 laps short on fuel to the end of the race. Definitely not going to be able to save that on a road course. But granted, we have had 6 caution laps in this race already with 2 different yellows, one at lap 4 and then one immediately following the restart at lap 7. It's definitely the longest green flag run of the race that we have had so far at 18 laps and counting. Kevin Harvick going to pull off the racetrack. I think there may be an issue for the 92 rather of Kevin Harvick. He's blown an engine in 2 races already this season, and I am afraid that this might be the 3rd race Kevin Harvick has blown an engine. Actually, no, it seems like there are a lot of cars coming into pit road this time, so it must be scheduled pit stops. Some drivers are short pitting to the end of the race. I don't think Hornaday is going to be able to make it to the end, so he's definitely not pitting anytime soon. We'll see how many of these guys are going to go a lap down. Most of them at the back of the field probably will be, but if there are any of them are towards the front, I think they have a shot of staying in the lead lap. Nope, not quite. Hornaday's going to lap them all. They must have all been in the back half of the field that just pitted then. I know Harvick was outside the top 20 the last we saw of him. And our field swap. Billy Carjoy, welcome to the stream. No problem for being late. Only about halfway through race 1 of 2. I'm not sure where the second race is at. That's why I didn't put it in the title on the live stream like I usually do. Because I knew this race was at Old Spice Speedway. But I can only look ahead of the schedule one at a time. And when I looked at the actual 2005 schedule, the next race was at Mansfield, Ohio. And that track is not in this game, so it would be another fantasy track. I'm not sure which one, if I had to guess. It might be the UPS Speedway. It might be Levi Strauss. I'm trying to think of some other ones that are on here. Well, we raced at another one in the Busch Series already. The Mr. Clean Speedway. It's probably one of those 3 if I had to guess. Maybe it's the Dodge Raceway. It could be that one too. It's probably one of those 4, though. Well, because I didn't know 100%, I didn't want to take a guess at it and put it in the chat, or put it in the title of the stream. So Harvick is off of pit road. Remember, Kevin Harvick dominated the last race at Martinsville up until a caution came out in the middle of green flag pit stop. So that same thing happens again to him today. That is going to be very unfortunate, to say the least. Because he definitely, by far, had his best run of the early going of the season last week. And it just did not pan out for him. Jacob Gibbons, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that track doesn't even exist anymore. That's true. Never saw a race there. I probably live about an hour, maybe a little over an hour from there. They raced at Mid-Ohio this year, so I guess they're coming back to the state. And they raced at Eldora for a little while. Got to see a truck race there. Truck Series has come and gone at a few different tracks in Ohio within the last decade or so. Or NASCAR may be going back to Chicagoland. Yeah, just rumors right now. They should have the schedule announced within the next few months, I would think, for next year. Usually it's the middle of the season. Not the last couple years because of COVID, but I think we're far enough beyond that that I'm pretty sure the schedule will probably be out by the end of the summer. Probably August. Well, it wasn't because it was a road course that I couldn't handle it, because we raced 3 road courses already on that season for NASCAR 21, and I actually won 2 of them at COTA and Sonoma, so that wouldn't have been the reason why I ended up canceling it. The reason why I canceled the 2 live streams I had set, well, hang on, we have a caution. Oh boy, this is not good for Hornaday either, because a lot of the field is pit already. I don't think Hornaday can make it to the end, as we have our 3rd caution of the race. The 107 truck came to a stop. It looked like somebody blew an engine, was trying to cut across the track to get to pit road. That would have been the 103, and that caused the 107 to come to a complete stop, which brought out the yellow in the middle of traffic. Luckily, nobody else piled in, but caution's out for the 3rd time today. Hornaday's going to pit this time, but I don't think he can make it on fuel to the end from the time we go green. It is going to be very, very close on fuel for Ron Hornaday. He's going to pack this thing full and hope for the best. No adjustments. This truck has been fast. He's led a lot of laps today from the 7th starting spot. Now hopefully the pit crew can get a fast stop as well. Jerry Faznat, welcome to the stream. Do I have any trivia questions for you tonight? I do, but I'm going to wait until race 2. Or I will have one for race 2, but because these races are so short tonight, I'm just going to do the one trivia question. But anyway, I had to postpone the NASCAR 21 Ignition live streams because of the screen I was looking off of. My TV was not working at the hotel as far as displaying the picture, so I had to look off my laptop. And on OBS, the screen I was using was like literally, I mean, this doesn't do it. It was about the size of my face in width, and that was about all I had for like visual. And it was really tough to kind of gauge. So once I get, you know, everything up and running again on my regular TV, it should be fine. Pretty slow pit stop though for Ron Hornaday's crew. It looks like he's going to lose about 5 to 6 spots on pit road. So with that caution coming out, Harvick's going to get trapped a lap down again. And there are a lot of trucks that already pitted that are going to cycle out ahead of these guys. Taking the wave around. They'll be on the lead lap for now until they get past, but they'll restart in front of all the leaders. So the green flag is back in the air at the Old Spice Speedway with less than 30 laps to go in this race, and it is going to be wild. Hornaday down to the apron, 3 wide in turn 3, and he'll move up 2 spots in one corner up to 5th. And the 120 truck is side by side for the lead right now into turn 7. Hornaday pulls out of line, looking to make a pass on his teammate. The 82 truck almost completely sideswiped the 6 who was coming in hot. I don't think he saw him there at first. Hornaday's up to 3rd anyway. And he is looking for another position. Side by side in turn 2. No contact that time. Last time he was side by side in turn 2, he had contact with a couple trucks. Gonna fan out, and he's gonna go for it all, looking for the lead. Couldn't get it, and he actually couldn't even get the second either. He did get around the lap truck at least. But the top 2 still right in front of Ron Hornaday in the 6. But does Hornaday have enough fuel to make it to the end? That caution came out right on the edge of the pit window for him. Hornaday does not lead that lap at the line, but he may be able to lead the next one. He'll have the advantage on the inside into turn 1. Will he clear the truck to his outside? He does. And into turn 2. He'll still hold clear. The truck behind him nearly got in the grass. We have another caution. Caution's out again. This is going to allow Hornaday to save fuel under the yellow. With 27 to go, he had the lead at the time of the caution, and Shigeki Hattori will go for a spin in turn 2 off the front bumper of the 50 truck of Todd Kluver. So Todd Kluver making contact with Hattori. That's the 4th caution of the race today. Yeah, the HMI obviously works on my TV. That's how I'm able to get this running today. So caution's out. Now Hornaday's going to stay out of the pits. And he's pretty much banking on the fact that he can make it on fuel to the end of the race. He doesn't want to put himself back in traffic this late in the going. Green flag back in the air. Lap trucks to the inside of the lead lap trucks now. Can Hornaday get to the bottom quickly? He may lose the lead. No, he does get down in time. He does have a couple lap trucks right in front of him as they work their way into turn 2. Oh, and Hornaday nearly got wiped out that time. He is going to be able to hold on to the race lead. Got a bit loose after the contact, but that was about it. 22 laps to go this time by. Hornaday continues to lead. That was an aggressive move by that truck in second place. One of the fantasy drivers was looking for the lead. I actually did not get to look at the fantasy stuff for Gateway yet, which is the only reason why I didn't get it in the post-race analysis video. I tried to get that edited that night so I could get it uploaded when I was on the road yesterday, which I was able to do. Racing is bad this year in the Indy Road Course. They should scrap it. I still think they should go back to the oval. That's just me personally. Oh, contact. And quite a bit of it. That was with the lap truck that Hornaday was trying to get around going into turn 8. I don't know if the cautions are done yet, though. We've had 4 in a 50% race that is only 66 laps, and we're only on lap 46. Mark DeMars, welcome to the stream. Trying to get Hornaday back-to-back wins on the season. And this is the first road course race of the year. Things are going well. He's pretty much dominated this race. He's definitely got the fastest race truck. Really needs to get around the 153 truck that's holding him up, though. Hardest thing is that's going to be the truck with the clean air. And again, does Hornaday have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race with the caution coming out at the edge of the pit window? He was able to save a few more laps during the last caution flag that came out immediately after the restart. A slide job in turn 3, but Hornaday is not clear yet. Still side by side. He's going to give that truck to his inside a little bit of room. He'll be on the inside, though, into turn 8, and he's going to charge hard to hopefully clear him off the exit of turn 8. And he does. And he'll beat him back to the gas on top of it. 19 laps to go. We have a slow truck that is trying to get to pit road right now, and he should be able to do it, so I think we'll stay green. Last time we had an engine failure, somebody had ran into the back of him, and that caused one of the cautions we've seen today. But this time they'll be able to get to pit road as Hornaday leads. The restarts have been probably the weakness out of the 6 truck today, so he'd like to not have another one. Hope Sonoma keeps the carousel layout. Well, they went back. They're not running on it this year. I think for NASCAR and for stock car racing, I feel like the layout we saw in the 2000s and 2010s before the carousel was added in 2019, I like that a little bit better. I feel like there's a couple extra passing opportunities compared to the carousel, because that carousel really eliminated the few passing opportunities in that one hairpin. Couldn't really get as much of a run through there. So 17 laps to go now. Hornaday has already clinched the most laps led in today's race. First time he's done that within these first 5 races of this Truck Series season. Didn't qualify, he qualified well at 7th place. Which definitely helps on a road course, but obviously he's had a lot more race pace than what he did in qualifying, and it's really helped. He continues to pull away with the clean air right now. Still at least one lap truck between himself and 2nd place. Just really hoping it stays green to the finish. Still have to take our second field pass to the first race of the doubleheader. We'll do that at the start-finish line this time by. Hornaday continues to pull away. I think he's looking pretty good on fuel right now. Should be, at least. We'll see what Kevin Harvick is up to in the 92 truck. He is currently back in the 30th place position. He was able to get back on the lead lap prior to that last yellow after that restart. But it has not been a great day for Kevin Harvick with that 3rd yellow coming out after he had already pitted, and he was at the back of the pack as of not qualifying well. So he actually went a lap down before that caution. 2nd time in the 2nd straight race that he has been trapped a lap down due to a yellow in the middle of green flag pit stops. I don't think it cost him a shot at the win today. Maybe a shot at a top 15. We'll see if he can get back up here. He's up to 26, passing a couple trucks this lap. He'll definitely be looking to pass a few more. Into turn number 8. Down to the grass, he overdrove it. Harvick almost lost it off of turn 2. He got back in the gas maybe a bit too abruptly. Caused him to have a bit of a rear wheel spin. Still made a pass in turn 3 for 25th. Looking for another one for 24th. Oh, and he gets just body checked by Bill Lester. But he does make the pass on him. Charges hard into turn 8. Oh, Renshaw nearly got turned right into the side of Kevin Harvick. Harvick gets around both in the stack up. And now we'll take a look at where the 133 truck is running, and currently he is battling inside the top 5. Side by side, 4th, 5th. He'll send it into turn 3. Now he may make a pass for position there, and he will, so he's up to 4th. Not sure if this is one of the lap trucks in front of the 133 or if it's the 3rd place truck. 6.8 seconds off the race lead right now. If it is a 3rd place truck, that would be ideal to get this past 4th position. going to be on the outside into turn 3. Now he's going to back up turn 3 to cut to the bottom onto the apron in the middle of the corner. It'll make the pass, and it was a lap truck that he just passed. It was a good setup move, though, on corner entry to dive it off and get around him. Now he's got his eyes set on the third place truck ahead. Definitely trying to get the most out of his race truck he can. Now our last truck on the final field pass of race 1 of the doubleheader is the 120. And he is in second, trying to run down Craftsman right now in the 6. So it could be a 1-2 finish for Kevin Harvick Incorporated today, and Hornaday rather, looking for... I'm what? This is the 5th race into the season, and every now and then I still say Craftsman instead of Hornaday. Just because the NASCAR 05, I'm used to Craftsman running that truck. 120 trying to get around this last lap truck in front of him so he could try to run down Hornaday. Both trucks overran that corner, though. Side by side with the 120 on the outside. Undercuts the corner. That's going to allow him to get by the lap truck in turn 3. Great move. We'll have 9 laps to go this time by. Just less than 3 seconds off the lead. I just don't know if he's going to be able to get there without another caution at least. Go back to Ron Hornaday for the rest of this race. R6, welcome to the stream. Hey, AJ's definitely got a shot. He won on a road course last year in the Cup Series. 2 wins total in his Cup career in road courses. He just finished 10th last week at Gateway, too. A little bit of momentum for that team. That was after no practice or qualifying there either. Just basically had 240 laps in the next gen car, which he's driven a lot less than the full-time competitors in that series, and just had to figure it out. Hornet back to over a 3-second lead again, though, over second, and I think he's going to continue to pull away to the end. Just hoping it stays green. If we get a caution late enough, it would end the race. Likely with about 4 to go is that magic number. Maybe even 5 to go, but at least 4 laps left. Could be the opportunity to seal the deal. And for being a 50% race, we've seen quite a few cautions. 7 laps to go right now. This would be the longest green flag run of the race to the finish. If it stays green, it would be the longest green flag run by 3 laps compared to the green flag run we had between cautions 2 and 3. Well, I don't know about that. About the track layout being disgraceful. I mean, Formula 1 and IndyCar have been running on that far before NASCAR was, so it wasn't like it was... I mean, yeah, it was NASCAR's idea for NASCAR to race on that. I don't think it'd be any more disgraceful than what it would be if NASCAR was running on the oval. If you looked at it that way. Power slide up the exit of turn 2. Hornaday's looking plenty good on fuel and tires to the end of this race. That one stop. Caution definitely helped him. I think he was going to be good to the end regardless. Second place is closing just a little bit, though. It's down to a 2.2 second lead. It's not time for Hornaday to mail it in yet. If I had a nickel for every time I said Craftsman instead of Hornaday. Turn 3 is definitely one of those corners that Hornaday is able to get a little bit of that time back. And this will be the longest green flag run to the end of the race, so maybe Hornaday doesn't quite have the long run race truck. It's been a solid race so far for him. It is the 120 truck. It's a teammate of Hornaday's. I was trying to get him to work with me. It didn't work. He doesn't want to. He wants to go for the win. I thought it was worth trying. Yeah, maybe he'll just work with me and I can still win this race with ease. Not going to be that easy. He's going to block for us, so maybe he'll drop back then. Because he is definitely closing in quite a bit. There's 3 laps to go. I mean, even the pace he's running right now, it might not be enough to get to Hornaday anyway. I think team orders might have just set in, though, because Hornaday's backed over a 2-second lead again. Two laps to go this time by. Hornaday will get back-to-back wins. It'll be 3 straight top 2s. I know these Truck Series races are a lot shorter than the Cup Series on this game, but my luck in this game, 3 straight top 2s, that's actually pretty good. I don't know if I can do much better, but we'll have a second race tonight in the Truck Series. Try to keep the streak alive for Hornaday. Yeah, I thought the Cup race was pretty good this last weekend. White flag this time by. Hornaday's going to get there, and it will be the longest green flag run to the end of the race. Really take it easy now. He has pulled away over a 3-second lead. Gained about 2 seconds in the last 3 laps of this race. And Hornaday's just a couple quarters away from victory. This will go on to be career win number 52 for Ryan Hornaday by the end of his career. 9 shy of Kyle Busch for the all-time lead and wins in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Checkered flag in the air. Hornaday is a winner at the Old Spice Speedway. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta do the burnout on the bridge. There we go. I was going to say it was pretty narrow. have to say, I feel like I'm a lot better at the burnouts on this game than NASCAR 05. Did I kill the engine? Oh, okay. I could back up there for a second. I thought I killed the engine. That's alright, we don't need it. This might be the last road course race of the season. I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, but it might be. Back-to-back wins for Ron Hornaday. He came in 5th in points, 90 points out of 1st. This is going to be huge. Great day for Kevin Harvick Incorporated, finishing 1st, 2nd, and 4th in the running order today. 50 laps led of the 66 for Hornaday en route to victory. Max points day for the first time this season. 4 cautions for 12 caution laps, 7 lead changes, 80.03 miles an hour is the average speed. 1 hour, 14 minutes for this first race today. Margin of victory, 3.5 seconds. John Hamilton finished in 2nd, leading 11 laps. Marvin Sheth ended up not leading the lap, finished 4th. Jackson ended up finishing 3rd, and Parker rounded out the top 5. Bobby Hamilton was the 2nd highest running of the real drivers in this race, finishing in 6th. Shigeki Hattori, who wrecked, bringing out that last yellow of the race with a little over 20 laps to go, still finished in 7th place. Todd Kluver, who he had actually spun off the front of, still finished in 8th. Fisher ended up 9th, and Eubanks rounded out the top 10. Ricky Craven was pretty good in points. He did not get a top 10 today. See, Fisher led 5 laps, and Kevin Harvick finished 21st with no laps led. He did come back from a lap down. Had an untimely caution in the middle of green flag stops that trapped him a lap down for the 2nd straight race. And this time he was able to actually get around the leaders on the restart, get the quick yellow he needed to get back on the lead lap and drive up to 21st at least. But not up there with the rest of his team. Very unfortunate for that side of things. Quite a few DNFs. Thomas, Eimelman, Claiborne, Chase Montgomery, all DNF, so 4 drivers failed to finish this race, even though it was just a 50% race. Margin of victory, 3.5 seconds in race 1 today. Burn down the bridge. Heck yes. The Treasure Lake 200 at the Levi Strauss Signature Speedway will be the next race of this custom schedule season. It will be a 100-lap short track event. Oh boy, this is not going to be a long race at all. This is only a half-mile short track. We'll take a look at the point standings before we go into it, and that's part of why I'm doing a doubleheader today. But, I mean, 200 laps is going to be a short race at this half-mile triangular racetrack, but 100 is going to be even crazier. So Hornaday has picked up 3 spots in the standings, moves from 5th to 2nd. Ricky Craven, who is the points leader, still is the points leader despite not having a great day at Old Spice Speedway, finished outside the top 10, but he has a 30-point lead over Hornaday. And how about this, though? KHI Trucks of John Hamilton in 4th, Marvin Sheth in 6th in points, all within 92 points of the lead after 5 races. Kevin Harvick is 28th in points. He's slowly trying to move his way forward, but it is tough right now for Harvick the way this season has started for him. Not as bad as Chad Chafin, but considering Harvick is a Cup regular, I think he's had 4 finishes outside the top 20 in the first 5 races. I think he only has 1 top 10. He's going to probably be the one to beat. I'm sure he'll heat up at some point in time, but early in the season just doesn't seem to be the time. That was the most laps led for Hornaday in a single race so far this season. Is it Strauss or Strauss? Bill Weber said Strauss. That was unique, alright. Get ready, we're just moments away from the green flag. Getting the updated statistics ready to go. So Hornaday's now led 96 laps on the season, 4 away from 100. We'll see if he can do that in race 2 of the doubleheader today. Man, guessing on setup for a track I've not ran at in this game, and I know it's a dangerous track at that. I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm gonna make sure that, well, short tracks have been pretty good for me in this game. So I'll go 23 on the PSI. Definitely going to add quite a bit of downforce. And I'm not going to tighten it up at all. Actually, you know what? I'll go down on the air pressure a little bit more. And I'll move the wedge a bit. I'll put it at a half round for now, and then if I need to make any adjustments during any pit stops in the race, I will. But I feel kind of confident. I don't know if that even sounds confident. Kind of confident? I'm kind of confident. That screams non-confidence to me. Alright, let me get a trivia question for you guys. And I'll give it to you halfway through race 2 tonight. But I figured before I start the race so I don't have to pause it during the race, I'll get you guys the question now. Oh my goodness. I guess there weren't that many. I saw Ron Hornaday in 1996 in the Truck Series had an average finish of 4.5. 4.5 to a championship. But then I kind of figured, I was like, wait, there probably weren't even that many trucks in the field. That was only the second year of the Truck Series. There couldn't have been that many. Wow, that's insane. He got started in NASCAR really old. He was 33. 34 years old the first time he made a Cup start. And he only had one full-time season in the Cup Series, and that was in 2001. And all four, so he won 4 Truck Series championships. First one was at age 38. The second one was at age 40. Age 49 was his third. And age 51 was his last. So Hornaday won the championship in 2009. His 4th and final championship in the Truck Series at the age of 51. His last truck win was in 2011 at the age of 53. He won 4 races that season. Finished 4th in points at age 53. The next season, though, he dropped off quite a bit. He ended up finishing 13th in points. He only had 2 top 5s, 6 top 10s. That was kind of the beginning of the end. He still ran full-time the next season in 2013. At the age of 55, he ran full-time in the trucks, finished 14th in points. Still had 10 top 10s, which was more than the year before, 5 top 5s. Must have had more DNFs, son. Let's see here. And then 2014 was his last season in the Truck Series at age 56. That's crazy. He still had 5 top 5s and 10 top 10s that year, and he only ran 16 of the 22 races, too. He had an average finish of 10.0 in the 16 races he ran in 2014. Oh, that's average start. 10.8, okay, it wasn't much worse. 10.8 average finish in 16 starts in the Truck Series in 2014 at the age of 56. That's insane. That just goes to show why he is... I mean, if it wasn't for Kyle Busch, Hornaday would be the best Truck Series driver of all time. I mean, he has the most championships, and he's second on the wins list to Busch. Only by 10. I'm sure Busch has ran a lot more races. Definitely need to make sure the Cardinals aren't in town. Race at Gateway. Well, the problem is that the MLB schedule doesn't come out until the off-season for the MLB. And NASCAR's schedule usually comes out because of all the sponsorship and everything else. Like usually at the end of summer, typically. Middle to end of summer. Daniel McKeon, welcome to the stream. Hopefully I said your last name correctly. Give us a Sonoma question. Yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked looking at Ron Hornaday's stats. I can do that. I'll give you guys a Sonoma question tonight. I'm still looking for the trivia question if you're wondering why I haven't gotten the second race underway yet. I did win the first one if you're just tuning in at Old Spice Speedway. I got the second win of the season for Ron Hornaday, led 50 of the 66 laps, and won by 3.5 seconds. There were 4 yellows, and that was really the only risk, was if there was going to be a caution late in the race, because that was where I was lacking, was on restarts. That in the picture lost like 6 spots on pit road during the one caution. Alright, I'll look up a Sonoma track fact for you guys, being the Cup Series race there this weekend. Having a hard time trying to give you guys a fact. Oh, whoa, whoa. How was the Xfinity Series never raced at Sonoma? Not even once. The Truck Series has raced there 4 times. Even Arca West has ran there once. That was last year. K&N's ran there a bunch. I guess that would be the same thing. How has the Xfinity Series never raced it? The Xfinity Series has been around since the 80s. I mean, Sonoma's been on the Cup schedule since 89. Took over after Riverside. That's insane. I'm having a hard time trying to find you guys a question tonight, to be completely honest. I'm doing my best. I need to give you guys a tougher question. I can't just ask like who has the most wins at the track, or even the poll questions, because only five times the drivers won from the poll. Jeff Gordon was 3 of them. Kyle Larson was 1, and Ernie Irvin and Mark Martin were the other 2. So I guess that would be 6 times. Alright, I think I have the question. Hopefully I don't forget it. I'll keep the tab open. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's get this race underway. I have your guys' trivia question. That'll pop up halfway through the race as usual. I did get your last name correct. Awesome. They should... Xfinity race at Sonoma. Yeah, I mean, they should. Xfinity still won't race at Sonoma. That makes no sense. I don't understand why they don't. I mean, I get it. It's probably hard travel for a lot of those smaller teams to go that far west on a, one-off basis. But they literally just raced at Portland last week, so that doesn't make any sense. And the Truck Series is literally raced at Sonoma this weekend. So it doesn't make any sense anymore logistically why they can't do it. Alrighty. Starting from the rear of the field, this is going to be a lot difficult for Hornaday to win this race today, but we'll see if he can get the doubleheader sweep. The green flag is in the air, 100 laps on a half-mile triangular short track, And Harvick's already busting his way through, moving his teammate up out of the way, trying to get a spot gain on the opening lap. This is going to be a very treacherous racetrack. Hornaday trying to feel his truck out the early going. A lot of 2 and 3 wide racing ahead of him. Slammed on the brakes as a lot of trucks were also jamming him going into turn 1, and that got the 6 truck a bit loose. It's going to cost him a little bit of time. They're really stacking up going into turn 1. And Hornaday's just struggling trying to hit his marks right now. This truck might be just a bit too loose. Also no practice laps, so he's also trying to learn the track for the first time. And what is just a very short race. Really needs to get the hang of it. He's on the outside off of turn 3. Oh, and almost turned the truck into the... Well, he didn't put him in the wall. Now a couple other trucks got together off the exit of turn 1. One of them being the 120 truck, who's coming off the second place finish. 3 Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks at the back of the pack. 3 wide into turn 1 up ahead. Big clearance by the 178. Hornaday underneath his teammate Kevin Harvick. Into turn 3, contact with his owner. I don't think Harvick was going to appreciate that, although Harvick got into his teammate and his own truck on the opening lap. Hornaday making another pass in turn 1 the following lap. 3 wide off of turn 3 up ahead. Hornaday really low on the front stretch. Not sure how aggressive he still wants to be. Oh, check up off turn 1. Couple trucks get together into turn 2. Nearly 3 wide. There's a 30 who got shuffled out of line on the outside. That would be Chad Chafin. Allowed Hornaday to make a couple passes for position. And Hornaday is going to go 3 wide, potentially into turn 1. Thinks better of it. He'll just stay behind. A lot of stacking up right now in the middle of the back of the pack. I was not expecting a lot of 3 wide racing today, and we've seen a lot of it in the opening 10 laps. One truck loose. It's the 164 right in front of Hornaday. Hornaday trying to hold the bottom. We'll get around Renshaw for 28th. One of the fantasy trucks is out in front of the field right now. Little bump and run. Hornaday stuck on him though. Couldn't get off. Couple trucks hauling the mail on the inside trying to get by everyone. Renshaw just slammed back into Hornaday. A little payback. Those two making contact a few laps ago probably. And Hornaday now over 9 seconds off the lead. That costed him quite a bit. And it dropped him back a couple spots to 28th again. Hornaday's fast when he's in the open by himself, but he struggles in traffic, at least in the early going. Little slide job on the 117. He's going to pull clear. Got to stick a little bit. There was no truck directly in front of him, but then he overdrives turn 1, goes up the hill. Scrapes the wall. Got back into the 117, overdriving turn 3. Making another pass for position. Now he's over 9.5 seconds back. Every bit of contact he makes and every little slip up, he loses a couple tenths of a second, if not more, in one single corner. Product of short track racing. Made through the different camera angles for the first time in race 2 of the doubleheader. Can Hornaday find his way to the front of the field? He's finished in the top 2 in the last 3 races, and he's won the last 2 races. He's fast when he's in the open. The problem is trying to find the opening Another problem is just trying to pass trucks cleanly. He's struggling with that also. He's going to look low on the front stretch. Can he make a pass into turn 1? Not quite. On the inside into turn 3. Drives it in deep, gets inside of another race truck. Through turn 1, he'll complete the pass. Hanging on to 25th. Caution free through 19 laps. Surprising considering how tight this track is and how many cautions we typically see in these races on this game. Yeah, the truck is definitely loose. Gonna have to tighten it up. I would assume we're going to get a stop today with the accelerated fuel and tire wear consumption. But then again, I'm not entirely sure, considering the fact that it is only 100 laps on a half-mile short track. Even Martinsville was 125 laps. Hornaday looking low underneath the 30 of Chafin. Chafin crowds Hornaday. Hornaday runs him back up the track, and he almost lost control of his own race truck. A little risky. Hornaday trying to give him a bit of payback, and it was a bit too much contact in the center of the corner. Truck's fanning out. I thought they were going to try to go 3 wide. Instead, they were actually just single file into turn 3 up ahead. A lot of fantasy drivers in the back of the pack right now, unlike at Old Spice Speedway, where a lot of them were at the front. Only 3 drivers who were actually in the Truck Series in this 2005 season finished in the top 10. Today's truck has just been fishtailing quite a bit, though. Mainly off the exit of the corner. Now he's able to drive it in a bit deeper. So he's getting at least somewhat used to the race truck. And he is slowly but surely making passes for position. The good thing is he has stayed on the inside all the way through this race. He hasn't been stuck on the outside lane at all, which has obviously helped. Flipping the wall on the inside in turn 1 doesn't help either. We'll alternate through the different drivers for the first time in this race with our field swap, and we'll start with the 133 truck, who is in 16th right now. One truck seemingly out of the race and may have blown an engine. Not sure who it was and how long ago that had happened. But one driver is out of the race. And now we'll take a look at the 120 truck, who is still at the back of the pack right now in 35th. On lap 30. And he's just going to sit behind his owner, Kevin Harvick, right now. He's going to play it safe. And then we'll take that field swap to Kevin Harvick next lap. Should be a one-stop race, I would have to assume. They have not hit halfway on fuel yet. Now controlling with Harvick. Side by side through turn 2, just a couple spots up ahead. Harvick's got Renshaw right in front of him. Renshaw won the season opener at Daytona, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, she did finish top 5. I do remember that. I was thinking Aaron Crocker. She won the season opener at Daytona in the Busch Series. Things have not really gone great for Renshaw since. Harvick being blocked big time by the 8 truck as well, not helping. Harvick finally going to get underneath her. Off the exit of turn 3. Harvick just mowed the wall down in turn 1. And Renshaw gets right back around on the outside off the exit of turn 1. Holds on through turn 2. Harvick closes back to the inside through 3. And we'll go back to Ron Hornaday for now, a little bit further towards the front of the field. And he's still in 20th right now. 2 trucks right in front of him. We know Hornaday's good when he has clean air in front of him. He should have a lot of it if he can get by these next 2 trucks. Big move by Hornaday. Trying to squeeze his way to the inside. 3 wide, just couldn't hold it in turn 2. He held it pretty well in 1, but not in turn 2. Halfway on fuel for the 6. Definitely do not want a short pit here, and really, you don't want a short pit at all the way the trends have gone in these last couple of truck races that were both 50% races. We saw cautions in the middle of green flag pit stops in both of them. Hornaday going to get stuck on the outside with a truck underneath him. He's going to let that truck go and try to cross him over through turn 1, but that didn't happen. 109 was able to get down and block in time. Hornaday lost a spot and try to get it back. He's just a little too loose. He's quite a ways off the lead yet. Back to the inside, rolls really, really well through turn 3. Makes 1 pass for position. He's on the inside, a little body check. He hit the inside wall and ricocheted into the truck on his outside. That was a big-time ping-pong effect, but he's up to 19th. Hornaday just really needs to get around this next truck in front of him. Both his rear tires in the yellow, the right front's there. I'm sure the left front's going to be there very shortly. Big mistake in turn 1 for Hornaday that time. Popped way out of the gas to keep it off the wall. I like the pair of jeans that are in turn 2 in the infield. There's nobody wearing them, just a giant pair of jeans on the inside wall. On the inside of the inside wall. There it is. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's 2 pairs of jeans. The little details you see on these fantasy tracks in the old EA games. Hornaday is having an absolute handful right now. He can't even make a move on the truck in front of him because he's battling his own race truck just as much, if not more so. I remember we used to see some crazy races on NASCAR 05 here. It's kind of fitting that this has been one of the calmer races as far as no cautions go in NASCAR 06. Window seems to be open to the end of the race, so we have some drivers pitting right now. We know Hornaday is going to stay out, and if we get a caution, hopefully it's in the middle of green flag pit stops and traps most of the field a lap down. Hornaday's got about a quarter tank of gas left for the time being, and we'll alternate through the different camera angles for now. We're about the next 6 laps. Hornaday trying to hang on to his race truck. Can't wait to make some adjustments. He's hoping, if at all possible, a caution could come out and he could pit then. And the main reason why he wants that to be the case is so he can close that gap on the leaders in front of him, because he is not going to be able to gain 10 seconds of time on this racetrack. We know for a fact he's going to have to take a 4-tire stop. He's wearing these tires out quite a bit right now. Almost spun out off turn 3 that time. Hopped way out of the gas. Almost lost it off turn 3 again. Now he has one of the trucks who had already pitted right behind him. Putting a lot of pressure on the 6 of Hornaday. More trucks are coming in this time. Forget 1 lap, you may lose 2 laps if you short pit. It's a very long pit road. Stretches most of the way around this racetrack. Hornaday's got about 1/8 of a tank of fuel left. Kevin Harvick is in. I believe he's the first of the Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks on pit road. Hornaday backing up turn 1 quite a bit that time, trying to keep that truck behind him from getting underneath him. One truck coming out of the pits right in front of Hornaday. Hornaday has to go to the outside to miss him into turn 3. He was able to do so. Hornaday's the only Kevin Harvick Incorporated truck still on the racetrack. And again, we continue to stay green. Might as well swing for the fences. It's going to be the only stop of the race. With how short the length is. Truck was loose from the start, but it's just getting looser and looser and looser. Hornaday will get 5 bonus points for leading his first lap of the race. How long do you want to stay out in hopes for a caution, though? He's already gotten his bonus points for leading. Haven't seen a caution yet, and I think he's going to have to pit before he runs out of gas. Into the inside wall, then into the outside wall. He can't pit this time because he allowed a truck to get underneath him. So he stays out. He leads a 4th lap. And now he's going to have to pit this time. That costed Hornaday a lot of time alone right there. Now he'll pit. Oh, don't want to spin out. Into the wall. He's tightened this up quite a bit. Full round of wedge going into the race car. 4 tires and fuel will be the adjustment for Hornaday. Time for the trivia question tonight. Alright, here we go. You guys waited for it. Enough waiting. I was just trying to make it onto pit road without wrecking there. Sorry I didn't get it right to you guys at lap 50. Tonight's trivia question is, who are the only 3 drivers to win a Cup Series race at Sonoma with Dodge as a manufacturer? 3 drivers have won a Cup race at Sonoma with Dodge as a manufacturer. Who are they? That is tonight's question. Lap 75. I'll give you guys the answer to the question if you don't get the answer before then. Hornaday in 28th. He's still on the lead lap, but barely. 38 truck is the leader right now. That would be Brandon Witt. And it is time for Hornaday to go. Doesn't want to waste any time right now. He's got fresh tires. 3 wide to the bottom, forcing the issue in turn 1. Barreling his way past 2 trucks per position. Tighten it up quite a bit. It feels better, at least with the fresh tires, but it was going to feel better regardless. To 24th. Gonna take our first field, or our second and final field pass of the race. We'll wait a little bit, actually, because there's quite a bit of clean air in front of Hornaday right now. Trying to gain him as much time as possible. Bump and run, he's up to 21st. It's right where he was running when the pit stop started. Oh, never mind, he was in 19th when green flag pit stops first started. So he's slowly getting himself back to that position. He's definitely got a very, very sporty race truck right now since the pit stop and since the adjustment changes. Putting that round and a half of wedge into the car to help tighten it up. It is snug in a good way. And he only has to go 40 laps to the finish, so I don't think he's going to get too tight on the long run because he went 60 laps that opening run. Far shorter to the end now. We are still under green flag conditions in this race. We have not had a caution, and we have not had a race go caution-free yet in NASCAR 06 in any of the 3 series. Oh, we got a slow truck somewhere on the racetrack down on the apron right now. Hornaday gonna squeeze his way. Oh, and he just clipped the race truck. It gets slammed by Chafin, our first yellow of the race. I spoke too soon. He tried to go 3 wide up the middle. There was a car who was Bobby Hamilton in the 04 who blew an engine, was trying to get to pit road and couldn't get there in time. And we have a big wreck in turn 2. Hornaday had the truck moving until that happened. Again, you guys have to name all 3 in your answer. Montoya, Bill Elliott, Kurt Busch. That is close. Martin Truex, Joey Logano, Tony Stewart. No. Again, Dodge. I don't think Truex ever drove a Dodge. Neither did Tony Stewart. Can't take fuel or tires. Hornaday going to have to repair damage following the first caution of the race today. Heavy damage to the front. He kind of sideswiped the 04 of Hamilton, which turned both himself and Hamilton, but then he got slammed in the front by the oncoming number 30 truck of Chad Chafin. First yellow of the race, not something Brandon Witt wanted to see. His first laps that he has led has been after the green flag stops as he cycle out in front. Green flag is going to be back in the air. Hornaday is only going to go backwards a few positions, but a few is a few too many. Not a great restart there either. Oh, we got a major stack up right now off of turn 3. They're still stacking up. I think somebody got the inside wall up ahead. Let's quick catch up for the 6 truck at least of Hornaday. 25 to go this time by. I haven't seen anybody answer the question correctly. Again, tonight's trivia question. I'll give you guys to lap 80 because of that caution. But lap 80, I'll give you guys the answer to the trivia question. Who are the only 3 drivers to win a Cup Series race at Sonoma with Dodge as a manufacturer? That is the trivia question tonight. Can Hornaday get himself a top 10 today? Just squeezed one truck into the wall off turn 3. Move back inside the top 20. A lot of 3x3 racing up ahead in turn 2. Gonna watch a potential stack up in front. Hornaday staying way down low just in case there is that stack up. Haven't seen it yet. It's on the inside of Renshaw for 19th. Kind of stacked himself. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. That just got ugly quick. It's still ugly. The ugliness has not stopped. Hornaday slammed the inside. Oh my gosh, he can't get out of harm's way now as he's stuck on the outside. I think it's all done. Talk about constant contact and being sandwiched. Now he overdrove turn 3. Never mind, it's not done yet. How many more spots is he got? Why am I overdriving the race truck this badly? Well, 3 laps in a row, he's made a major mistake in a corner, if not multiple corners on the same lap. Tyler Bribeck's answer was really close. Danny Williams, welcome to the stream. I still haven't seen the right answer. So tonight's trivia question again, who are the only 3 drivers to win in the NASCAR Cup Series at Sonoma with Dodge as a manufacturer? The answer to the question is Kurt Busch, who I didn't see anybody answer, the 22 with Penske. Juan Pablo Montoya with Chip Ganassi Racing in 2007 in the 42 car. And Casey Kane with Evernham in the number 9. I believe it was Evernham. It might have been Red Bull Racing. It was in a Dodge, though. This race is rough right now for Hornaday. Starting at the back definitely didn't help, but he has not had a perfect setup. It's better than what it was before, but it is a little too tight on corner exit. And we'll take a field swap to the 133 truck right now, who is driven up to 13th. Yeah, I didn't see anybody say Casey Kane, I don't believe, or Kurt Busch. Or no, somebody said Kurt. Mark DeMar said Kurt Busch. Yeah, that was the one that I said was close. Montoya and Busch. And then Tyler Burbeck said Busch also. But he said Keselowski, not Casey Kane. Mike Breeze FN, welcome to the stream. And out of the 120 truck. Back after 11 days. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, I know you said Kurt. I missed it. I was trying to read the chat as much as I could. But you didn't get all of them, though, because he said Keselowski and Casey Kane was the 3rd. I don't think anybody got the answer right from what I saw in the chat for tonight's trivia question. The 20 truck currently in 14th right now. A lot of 3 wide racing up ahead. With turns 1 and 2. 133 truck trying to move his way in there. 120 just cannot get around Chafin in the 30 right now. We'll take a look at where Kevin Harvick is in the running order, and right now he's in 28th. He's going to be the fifth finish in the first 6 races for Harvick outside the top 20. If he can't get there by the end of this race, as he is trapped a lap down, actually. He was very slow that he went a lap down on speed before that first caution came out, and the only caution of today's race so far. So still no caution-free race on NASCAR 06 in this game. A lot of contact right now for Harvick. Nine laps to go. We'll go back to Hornaday for the rest of this race next lap. Harvick still getting squeezed. They'll make a pass for 27th. I don't even think there's that many trucks that are still in the lead lap, though, either. 24th right now is where Hornaday runs. It is not looking good for him. He did lead a few laps during green flag pit stops, but that is going to be the shining moment of this race. I think he led just enough to get to 100 laps led in the season. He needed 4 laps led, and I think he got 4. Right on the nose. An aggressive move to make the pass for 23rd. Hornaday came in second in points into this race today. 30 points out of first from Ricky Craven. Haven't seen Craven all day, which probably leads me to believe he was either the first truck that DNF'd or he is just having a stellar day. Has been quietly inside the top 10. Hornaday going to overrun turn 3, and he's going to give up a spot he just gained a lap ago. 4 laps left. He's going to try to get it back. He's going to pass him back cleanly. 3 to go. Tale of 2 races for Hornaday. He won at the Old Spice Speedway in dominating fashion today. Only laps he led was during green flag stops in the Levi Strauss Signature Speedway, and not only didn't qualify or practice, but he missed the setup from the get-go, and he's still struggling, even with the setup changes during the first stop of the race. White flag this time by, and I think he's made enough mistakes where he is not going to be able to get that 24th place back. He's just going to have to hang on in front of Bill Lester for the position he has now in the 24th spot. Checkered flag in the air. One of the fantasy drivers are going to go to victory lane today. Levi Strauss Signature Speedway. Hornaday is going to bring it home in 24th. A poor performance today, and he'll definitely lose out on points to the leader. And never mind, Terry Cook. It looked like one of the fantasy drivers was leading, but Terry Cook in the 10 is going to get the win today. His first win of the Truck Series season. And he is now the 5th different winner in the first 6 races of the year. So congrats to Terry Cook for getting the win. Take a look at the rest of the finishing results. 85 laps led out of 100 for Cook today. Dominating fashion, winning this race. Margin of victory 1.3 seconds. Total race time only 33 minutes to get the second race in. First race was a little over an hour. 90.31 average speed for today's race. 8 lead changes, most of them during green flag pit stops. And just that one caution for 3 caution laps with about 30 to go. Tucker ends up finishing in second. Ricky Craven, the points leader, finishes in third with no laps led. Brandon Witt, he led 6 laps today, finished in fourth. Chase Montgomery rounded out the top 5. He also led 2 laps. George Teague finished in second. Bill Lester ended up 7th. Chapman 8th. Todd Clover 9th. And Grant rounded out the top 10. The KHI trucks did not do good in this race. 3 of them finished in the top 4 at Old Spice Speedway, but today none of them in the top 10. Marvin Sheth was the highest of the Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks, finishing 12th. John Hamilton was 13th. And then, of course, we saw Ron Hornaday 24th, and Harvick finished a lap down in 27th. Only 25 trucks finished on the lead lap today. Hornaday led 5 laps en route to the 24th place finish. And that was, I believe, Hornaday's worst finish of the Truck Series season. So, never mind. He finished 34th at Daytona. Who could forget my struggle at Daytona in this game? In any of the EA Sports video games, really. So, 34th there. Second worst finish of the season, though, today of 24th. 4 straight finishes of 11th or better. 3 straight in the top 2 until this one. Next race will be a 100% race. It'll be the Quaker Steak and Lube 200 at the Lowe's Motor Speedway, of course, now known as the Charlotte Motor Speedway for that next Truck Series race. It's going to be a little bit, though, until we get there because we have a little bit to get to Charlotte for both the Busch and the Cup Series seasons next. Bad luck in race 2. Yes, it was. Keselowski drove Dodge 2010 to 2012. Keselowski, he did drive for Dodge, but he didn't drive for Dodge when he won. Casey Kane, 2009, which, let me see what car he was in. Yeah, he was still with Evernham. Oh, no, that was Richard Petty Motorsports. So Casey Kane was in the 9 car, but it was RPM that he got the win for, I guess. I saw the number 9 card. I thought it was Evernham automatically, but nope. Richard Petty Motorsports. Casey Kane won in the 9 car. That was a Dodge. Keselowski, he's never won there anyway. Yeah, Keselowski's never won at Sonoma. I know he's got a pretty bad track record there, but he has never won there either. Yeah, Montoya in 07, Dodge, and Kurt Busch in 2011. Which would have been the 22 car. check out the standings before we end this live stream tonight. Hornaday is going to lose 2 spots in the standings after a 24th place finish today and falls from 30 points out of first to now 99 points out of first behind the 99 Truck, who leads. Ricky Craven's still out in front trying to win a Truck Series championship. Brandon Witt moves up to second. He is 42 off the lead, so Craven will extend his points lead today with that 3rd place finish. John Hamilton up to the top 5 in points now, 120 out of first and 5th. Marvin Shett still 130 out of first yet in 7th. So top 7 within 1 race worth of points of each other still after 6 races. Deborah Renshaw is having a better season than what I thought. She did not have a good race today, though. She is 8th in points. And Terry Cook, who just won, now back inside the top 10 in the point standings after getting his first win of the season. Kevin Harvick finished 27th. He loses 2 more spots in points, and he is now 30th in the standings after 6 races. He has finished outside the top 20 in all but 1 race this season. That 1 race he didn't was at Atlanta, where he had a top 10. This is just insane. Even when he had a shot to win at Martinsville, he pitted early, caution came out, he got trapped a lap down. So he's either been off of speed or that 1 race was just bad luck for him, but the bad luck was the bad strategy call, really. So that's going to wrap it up for this stream tonight. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content, and we'll see you guys next time. Put a poll for NASCAR Heat 4 this game. I've already played Heat 4 a bunch. There are playlists on the channel. I did a career mode. I did some championship mode season playthroughs for NASCAR Heat 4 and NASCAR Heat 5. So I don't plan on touching those games again. I've done a lot of content with that. But NASCAR 06 is the classic game played through, and then current, obviously, NASCAR 21 Ignition when I can get that back up and running again. Next live stream, though, on the channel will be tomorrow night. I should have the weekly streaming schedule up on the channel hopefully by the end of the night, if not tomorrow morning when I'm at work at first break about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I should have the weekly streaming schedule up for you guys for the rest of the week, but plan on tuning in tomorrow night, and I believe we will be Busch Series racing. And let me check where we go next. I'm not sure. We already raced at Texas. I forgot to put the Texas stuff in. I think I'm going to assume the next race is at Phoenix for the Busch Series. If that is the case, then we'll just be racing, obviously, the Busch Series at Phoenix tomorrow. So that is likely going to be the plan. We'll be Busch Series racing at Phoenix. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thanks for hitting that like button right now. 22 likes on the stream as well. That's quite a bit for the Truck Series on this game especially. So thank you. Glad you guys are enjoying it. And on the road to becoming a NASCAR commentator. As always, on the road to 3,000 subs. Live race commentary will be back and better than ever this weekend. Not only we're doing the Cup Series once again after a couple-week break from the Cup Series on the channel. We'll be doing live commentary Sunday afternoon for the Cup race at Sonoma, but also Saturday night for the Truck race at Sonoma. As with that race starting at 8 or 8:30 Eastern Standard Time Zone, I am going to be able to do live commentary for that for you guys also. So, again, thank you for tuning in tonight. That will be this weekend, but NASCAR 6 tomorrow on the channel at Phoenix for the Busch Series. Our Do It For Dale season will continue. Hopefully we can end the bad luck once again at that race, or once again on that season. Another short track, though. I'm pretty good there. I have some high hopes.